Good morning, everybody. This is Geneva of Geneva's Closet Talk Show. How you doing today? Happy Friday. I'm happy that it's Friday. We had some beautiful weather. It was like 80 degrees. I think yesterday was like 80 something in the past few days. Today's a little chilly today. But who's complaining? Because it's springtime. So, of course, it's doing a little raining and stuff. But I wanted to stop by just because y'all know that I love documentaries. You already know this. I've said this a million times. It's one of my favorite things. Is hey Jazz, is my camera okay? It looks like it's a little blurry. Have a good day. Love you. See you later. Team Natural. Team Natural. And what time you got to be at work? I gotta be at work at 4. Okay, so you going straight after? No, you coming home first. Yeah. Okay. All right. Love you. See you later. But I wanted to come on here to just really talk about some documentaries because y'all know that I love documentaries. So I'm not going to be on here long because I got some things to take care of. But I love watching stuff that when I watch it, it makes me think afterwards. Not that I don't think on a daily basis anyway. There's always something on my mind. But that's probably why I like documentaries just a little bit more than movies. But I definitely like to watch something that have me thinking after the fact, have me analyzing some things, pondering on some things. So I just watched a documentary the other day called When Elephants Fight. And all of these are on Netflix. So I don't know if you've seen this before. It's everything on time, and I feel like my mouth is not moving with my whatever. But anyway, it's called When Elephants Fight. And it was a really good documentary. It is about the Congo in Africa. And you know what it was about? It had a little bit of that Hotel Rwanda in it. I don't know if y'all seen the movie Hotel Rwanda with Don Cheadle in it. Now, I know that when I watched that movie, for me, I always had some questions after the movie. And it's the way I look. I just got done working out not too long ago. I always had some questions after the when I watched that movie, like why was the black people fighting? Why was the Africans fighting? They just have it like Africans are fighting against Africans because of the way that the width of the nose or the way the chin and the eyes or whatever is. And you like, really? So they over there just fighting because of that? But then I've seen actually a few documentaries since then that kind of made it that definitely let me know that they wasn't telling the whole story with that. Because usually it'd be the Europeans that come in and start chaos, and then when they leave, the chaos done already settled, and then boom, there go with the drama. But when I was watching When Elephants Fight, I found out that in the Congo, that they ended up changing the name to Zaire or something like that. It reminded me of Hotel. No, it reminded me of the movie Wakanda. Because don't you know how in the movie Wakanda, in that area that they stayed in, the black people stayed in, they had that stuff over there, that magical whatever stuff that was huge, whatever the stuff was, I guess that made old boy turn to Black Panther. They had all of that over there. So it was a city or it was a whatever that was had value, like they had things over there. Well, that's what I thought of when I seen this documentary When Elephants Fight, because who knew? I had no idea that in the Congo they have like this huge mountain area. It's just a huge area where they have cobalt, cobalt, and there's also some other minerals and stuff over there. But the reason why this is so big, this cobalt thing, is because that's the stuff that they use to make cell phones, that they use to make bombs and everything else that the United States love. You know what I mean? That's what they use. That's where they're getting the materials and stuff from. They said 80% of it comes from the Congo. So when the Congolese people are over there, they don't care nothing about that. It's not really worth, neither here nor there to them because they ain't making no cell phones. But when the Europeans, Australia, the Virgin Islands, the United States, and everywhere else found out that was over there, oh, they started going over there, building their little mining things to take from over there. But the thing about it is they are seriously shortchanging the Congolese people, if I'm saying that correctly. They're seriously being shortchanged. And we all know that they ain't going to fully pay them anyway. But come to find out that whole them going over there, taking that cobalt over there and paying the what is it, the militia or whatever that was over there in the Congo, which was part of the people from Rwanda. So when that whole Hotel Rwanda fight thing started, how they got their guns and stuff was because of white people going over there, drilling and doing whatever they doing, and paying the Congolese people by giving them guns and stuff, because that's what they wanted. Like they literally just wanted guns and stuff. So then they can, and I guess them huge knives or whatever, so they can go over there and kill people. But I mean, they just seriously, I mean, like the people over there's poor. They poor, they don't have anything, and you're letting other people from other countries come over there, take stuff, not pay your people correctly. And you really know what it's all about? It's about the people that the Congolese, the African people put over them. They some shisty, dirty, evil, money is everything to them type of people, because they taking all of this and they just have it for themselves and not doing anything for the people. It's just sad. After I watched that, it just made me, because I always got to think after I watch something. It just made me feel like that when evil steps in, it can literally put a full shadow over the brightness, over the sun, over the laughter, over the compassion, over the love. Darkness, evil, that aura literally puts a shade over everything. I mean, it's hard to, like you have so many good people, but them few bad people, the things that they do, I mean, it really affects everybody else. So, I was just going through this whole thing with myself. Like, so how do you get rid of evil? Well, the only way to get rid of evil is to get rid of the devil. Okay, because this is really what I'm sitting up here going through with myself after I've watched this. I'm like, that's a shame. But how do you even get rid of evil? Because don't you know how everybody's talking about we can do things better and we can get it better. How can you get it better? I mean, when there's evil, they always find a way to come in. Like everyone could be happy and in a good mood. Then somebody come with their aura, like their attitude and stuff. And that attitude, aura, and all of that stuff, you can feel that. It like oozes on to everybody else and make other people feel bad. So how do you get rid of evil? Well, you can't get rid of evil until you get rid of the devil. Well, who can get rid of the devil? Can't nobody get rid of the devil except for the Most High. And we all see how that's supposed to go based on the scriptures. So he ain't going nowhere no time soon. So it's literally like you have to make your own light within yourself, your own good within yourself. Because if you're trying to find it from the rest of the world, you may have a hard time trying to do that, because people is everywhere. I mean, people gonna do what they want to do. And then they say money is the root to all evil. Oh my God, money make people do things. I mean, it really affects people's minds and make them not care, and don't care about their people, don't care about themselves, don't care about killing, robbing. They just don't care. You have to find your own light within yourself. You have to find your own happiness and stuff within yourself. Because if you're waiting for the world to become a better place, it's not. And it's really not, because the people that we have in power are too sneaky, shisty, and for their own selves. It's just a shame. I seen another documentary called The Last Shimon. I think that was The Last Shimon's The Last Shimon. I really like that documentary. It was about a white guy. He had depression, really bad depression. I mean, it was just horrible. He said he was talking about killing himself. Now, both of his parents are physicians. So he could have, got medical attention from them. They took him to some doctors, tried to figure out what to do with his depression, was having a hard time trying to figure that out. He decided that he wanted to go, out of the country to try to figure out, can he have some things done more on the natural basis instead of all of this whole medicine thing, as far as trying to cure his depression. So he goes to Peru, and he ends up talking to a few people in Peru, trying to figure out who is the right doctor for him to help him out with his depression, where he don't have to worry about taking these pills anymore. And where he was at in his life, like majority of the documentary, he wasn't smiling and laughing. I mean, he really did look like he was sad. He was crying. He was talking about that if things didn't change soon, he was going to end up killing himself. Now, how many people have we seen like that? How many people? I mean, like, I know I've had my depressed days. I know many people that has had it. And then you try to figure out what to do with it. Do you pray about it? Go see a psychiatrist, go to the doctor so they can give you some medicine. And I know for me, when I go through certain things, sometimes whether it's, like I'm sick or my back hurting or feeling sad or whatever, you all for me, I always feel like I know that it got to be a natural way to handle things than trying to run to the doctor and get some medicine or whatever. So basically, what he ended up doing was he ended up finding a shaman. I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly, in Peru that helped him just by taking some. I mean, this man knew because he was in nature. He knew exactly what leaves to take off the tree. He knew exactly what to do to have this guy drink it. It gave him hallucinations, which other people would probably tell you shouldn't be doing, but for him it helped him because he said everything that had went on in his life, it brought it back in his childhood that he had forgot about. That's what this hallucination stuff did. Anyway, by the time this documentary was done, just based off of all natural things, he was cured from his depression. But so many other things went on in this documentary because actually the man that helped him ended up being kicked out of his village because the people because new people, Europeans, the Westerners, how about I say that, start coming over to Peru, coming over to this certain village because they knew that it was these shamans, whatever they call it, and they have these medicine and leaves, and they, as soon as the world find out that something is becoming a trend, they find out that people want to be more natural, then all of a sudden here come the Westerners, the United States and stuff want to get in on it too to see how they can profit from it. And that's what they did. And they didn't like that this man was helping people for free. It had nothing to do about trying to get any money. He had grew up in this village. His mama did it, his grandmama did it. So that's all that he knew. They didn't like the fact that he was doing it for free. So they literally kicked him up out of the village. And at the end of the documentary, he ends up living in the city and as a mechanic. So he wasn't dealing with leaves and dirt and trees and berries and stuff anymore. He was dealing with engines and car parts. And it was just so sad to see him in that position after all the hard work he did. They kicked him out of his village because he didn't want to accept the money. He wanted to do what he felt like he was naturally called to do for people for free. See what I mean? How the money can be the root to all evil. You kick somebody up out of their village. It was just a very sad, but I highly recommend because I guarantee you it's going to open your brain and think of things just a little bit on the whole natural basis. Things just being more natural and authentic and how the United States tend to do things, which is not cool. I seen another documentary called The Pirates of Somalia. Did y'all see that? Did anybody see The Pirates of Somalia? Oh. That was a really good documentary. Because if you've seen, what is Captain Phillips? If you've seen the movie Captain Phillips, where they said the pirates came and hijacked the ship boat thing. Remember that? Captain Phillips that had old boy on there. And I felt a certain way about that when I seen that, because I remember we went to the show to see that, and I was looking like, they don't never give us the full story. Never give you the full story. They just try to make it seem like black people on some little bitty boat is just fully taking over this huge ship. And then that's just what happens because they're trying to get whatever they're trying to get, but don't really give you a full explanation. I remember after I watched that documentary, going to Google search that, and I remember when that movie came out, Google searching that, and they had said that them pirates, they don't just go out every time of the year. They got specific times of the year. It's like a seasonal thing. You know what I mean? Certain months of the years is when they come out to come do, take over the ships and stuff. So when I seen that, I was like, okay, that's how you know something is off. So they taking over these ships. Okay. It's only a certain time of the year that they do this. So then that means that y'all should be more equipped with this. This has been going on forever, right? So then that means that you should already know to make sure you have your armed guards on the ships, because between these months, this is usually when the pirates, the Somalians, come out and take over these things. Now, that ain't what happened. And that's why you need to see The Pirates of Somalia. Very good. Wait, no, this wasn't a documentary. Was this a documentary or a movie? I think it was a movie. Matter of fact, that is what it was. It was a movie because the guy that played then Captain Phillips as the main Somalian guy, he plays in this movie too. and it really gives you a breakdown on, was it a movie or a documentary? Yeah, it was a movie. It really gives you a breakdown because it's about a guy from Canada, and I think he was a journalist, and he decides, because his journalism work isn't going the way that he wants it to, he decides that he needs a big story. He wants to go somewhere and try to figure out what's really going on. So he ended up seeing something on the news about Somalia and the pirates and blah blah blah. So he decides to go over there, and he ended up going really behind the scenes and talking to some of these pirates and finding out what was really going on. And if you watch this, you're going to be in amazement on what these people are doing. And then if you ever thought that they were the bad guys, your opinion will then change. And I almost look at them like Robin Hood, stealing from the rich, giving to the poor. Now, I'm not saying that they don't, that everyone, all of them are wonderful people. What I'm saying is that they have a reason for doing what they're doing. And the United States or the other countries whose stuff they're taking over, which is a lot of the time, I think the Chinese or the Korean or whatever the case may be, they know what's going on, and they know why these people are doing it. And at the end of the day, they got to pay these people for crossing their waters. So I definitely think that you should watch that one. Good morning, Donna and Nettie and Peach and Tammy and Allison. And how's everybody doing this morning? Elizabeth and Rhonda. My grandson, Barbara said, my grandson 9 said he didn't want to see Black Panther. I asked him why. He asked, why is it filmed in Africa when it's about Black people in America? I hadn't seen it either. He said, why is it filmed in Africa when it's about Black people in America? When was it filmed? Is it about Black people? Was it about Black people in America, or was it just talking about the Africans over there? Love of money is the root to all evil. Okay, yes, Carolina sure is. Hey, Pro, how you doing this morning, Pro? Yeah, I wouldn't have seen it. I thought it was a good movie. I don't think after I seen the movie, I wanted to shave my head and go buy me a whole, outfit and stuff. Black people be doing too much. You know, that's how you know that we need some huge leadership or something, because I don't know. He was just too excited. It's just it's like, okay. First of all, my whole thing with the whole black. Okay, it was about Black people, but it was written by Stan, old boy from Avengers. This is a white man. The Black Panther thing was in the comic book a long time. It's not like he had just thought about this at the top of his dome. This was something from a long time. I mean, it's literally in a comic book. Like, so the Black Panther man was always Black. He was always the richest. He always stayed in this town. Like, it was always like that, written by Stan. Okay. And then the guy, so then I seen a lot of Black people being excited because I guess the director or producer or whatever he is, because I'm like, he didn't write it, because Stan wrote it. The white man wrote it. The same man that did Thor and everything, the Avenger man. He did that. So everybody was excited about old boy because they said he was a producer, director. This is a Black man. He did it. But I was like, he did what? What did he do? Stan had already wrote everything. So it was nothing for him to do. So was he supposed to be the black face behind it to have us all extra? I mean, because it don't take much for Black people. Like, I don't even know if Black people sit back and really think a thing sometimes and be like, wait a minute. Why the hell am I so excited about that when Stan Ben wrote this? Like, I don't even know the year Black Panther came out, that he wrote it in the comic books, because I'm not a comic book fan. But what was it? Over a decade, a long time ago. So I don't know what old boy did. So what, did he pick the Black people? Did he say, so what, did they need a Black spokesperson for Black Panther to say, well, Black people kind of like it this way. So maybe in a movie, it's for the Black people so they can feel a little better about it. Maybe we should have them like this. Maybe we should have old girl be like, I'm not wearing this European hair, because that would make the sisters feel good. You know what I mean? Maybe we should throw that. Because I'm like, I don't even know what they needed him for. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But considering that white people do that a lot, like white people will start some stuff, just like with media, just like with the news media thing or whatever the case may be. Then they'll go and hire a Black person to sit in there to tell you how you should handle Black people, how Black people think, how they work, what they probably won't, probably just add this a little extra for the men and the Black women. You know what I mean? So I didn't think too much of it. It didn't make me super excited. Like I said, I didn't think that I wanted to shake my head bald to go, because I love my people, black people, regardless. And that movie didn't unite us. I mean, it made all of us trend on social media. I mean, it made us dance. Yeah, and I was like, people was dancing at the movie theaters and putting on their African colors and stuff. But are we united as one because of that? Are we closer as a people? Are we more united as a people now because Black Panther came out? Did nobody get paid for that? I didn't get paid. Did you get paid? If anything, I paid out of my pocket. But Stan, you know, the Avengers man, oh, Stan feeling kind of good right now. Because y'all see how much that movie done made. They better get themselves up out of here. I'm not easily convinced. I'm just not. So it didn't get me like how I got everyone else. But I am happy that I seen that, because then when I watched the documentary When Elephants Fight, and I seen that whole Congo thing with the whole cobalt over there, it made me think of that. Because sometimes I be thinking white people already know about a lot of stuff and they just don't tell us. We may just now be coming in the whole conscious thing and figuring out stuff, but they knew this stuff a long time ago. Because I know that had when Kanye West had that interview with that Sway guy, which everybody called him crazy for that interview, which I found that interview to be pretty dang on interesting, just because Kanye West is somewhere where a lot of us is not and will never be, as far as the people that he be mingling and stuff with. In that interview, this man was throwing out some names I had never heard before. He was saying these people write my checks. These people own the music industry. These people have factories of fashion or whatever. You know, in that, Kanye West threw out a name. I can't even give you the name. I really can't give you the name. But I looked up that name. And I just looked up the name recently with this whole Kanye West thing going on. I went back, listened to that interview, re-listened to some of them names, looked up some of them names because I had already looked it up before. And one of the guys, let me see. One of the guys who Kanye West mentioned his name, he plays in I guess this thing that comes on TV now. You know, some rich guy I think he's from Italy or something. I don't know. But anyway, he plays in this picture that comes on TV that's called Seizure Borgia. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, the white man that they have as Jesus. Y'all know the white face that we see all the time as Jesus now. A lot of Black people are just becoming conscious on that whole thing. You know, like a lot of us knew that Jesus ain't white. That ain't probably no Jesus, which a lot of Black people probably did think that that's what Jesus looked like, that he has some Vidal Sassoon type of hair blowing in the wind and stuff. And, you know, it was just a really sweet, gentle man. But a lot of people, you know, knew he was Black. You know, a lot of people thought he was white. No one knew about the seizure Bourget, or whatever, man. No one knew about seizure, and all of that, and who drew him and nothing. Like, I literally just found out about this, what, about 2012 or 13? That's when I became conscious on that. But now they have this picture out with this guy playing as the guy who they painted to be Jesus. So when me and Chad seen that, it was like, wow, they know about this already. They know that this white man that they painted and been telling us since the beginning of our time coming over here that was Jesus. These niggas knew that was never really Jesus, because now you done made a whole picture on it. They know way, you know, we trying to become conscious and figure out things, but they know things a lot. This is some of the things that I love. I love to listen to people talk. I'm huge on listening and not talking much, even though y'all probably don't know because I keep going on here. But I'm huge on listening and not talking much because I love to hear a person talk. I love to ask the person questions because I'm very interested in why people do the things that they do and where these things be coming from, and why this person went through the same thing that this person did, but they both handling it the same way. I love to get information, whether I fully understand it or not, just to let it seep in my head, because I guarantee that there's going to be another time in my life where someone is going to say something, I'm going to watch something, I'm going to, you know, whatever the case may be, and that something that's relevant to what I seen maybe a week, a month, some years ago is going to come up, and I'm going to be able to put two and two together. And that has been happening a lot for me. That's probably why I'm so big on watching certain type of documentaries where I feel like I'm going to learn something and understand a little bit more about the United States of America, all the land that they do, myself, my people, why do I do the things that I do, my health, the products that I'm using, just the whole thing. I'm trying to every day, I'm trying to learn just a little bit more about myself and the world that I live in, and people, and people, because it's important to understand about all different types of people so we can know how to handle certain situations, because people are so damn critical. And people so damn critical, just like how everybody handled that whole Kanye West situation. People are so critical all the time. And most of the time, people just, someone says something that they don't like and they instantly respond negatively majority of the time. I don't know if people actually sit back and think about that and be like, why would they say something like that? Like, where would that come from? Versus Kanye West. This is the same guy that when that Hurricane Katrina came, he sat there and threw old boy completely off, because he was standing there with his eyes big, talking about President Bush don't like black people. Now all of a sudden he's sitting up here saying this. I wonder where that comes from. And then everybody know Kanye West just says what comes up the top of his dome. I know a lot of people like that. I know tons of people like that. And when they feel a certain way, it's going to just come right off the top of their dome. They probably haven't really put it in the correct way. The sentence is probably not totally together, but you got to sometimes just sit back and think about what they said and be like, okay, that's probably not how they meant it. They probably meant this, but because of how they are, it just didn't come out right. But yeah, I definitely think that you should check out that documentary too. He did get people thinking. I really didn't want to go inside the whole Black Panther thing, the whole Kanye West thing, just because everyone else is talking about it so much. And plus, it's so much other stuff going on in the world that I just didn't want to make Kanye West no topic, because I don't know, like, is that going to, I don't know, unite us better as a people? Got people thinking, but thinking about what? So people start thinking that slavery was a choice. I mean, like, what do people start thinking? I don't understand. People start thinking. So people start thinking, I don't know. I don't know, because I don't know how what he said can be beneficial to our people. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that what Kanye West said can eventually be beneficial to our people? Or once people understand what he was really trying to say, can that be beneficial to our people in some type of way? Like I'm not sure. That's why the celebrity stuff is just getting a little old. I mean, it's fun for gossip purposes, but as far as changing who I am in my life and making me a better person, I don't think it's going to help me out any. Yeah, he said 400 years was a choice. He said, so 400 years was. Did you see that secret in the Last Supper picture? No, what picture? I mean, what secret? Barbara Picasso painted the picture. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, because y'all know I be off. Caroline says Caesar Borgia. Boy, I can't never get the white man's last name right. Never get his last name right. And as soon as I hear Picasso and Caesar, it just makes me think of King James. You know, King James wrote the Bible. James is like what I like to call him, that wrote the confusing Bible. That's why I feel like he had to have been friends with Shakespeare. King James have had to been friends with Shakespeare, because he wrote the Bible like Shakespeare. That's why I always have a hard time understanding it, because I'm reading Shakespeare. Thee, thou, though, they, then, they. Like, I don't understand. I gotta have Chad. Like, we gotta read it and I gotta look at Chad. And like, look, can you break that down a little bit? All them thee, though, theys, I like completely didn't understand. I wish he didn't write it like that. I really wish he didn't. James, because say James, King James so much, I had to stop and think about it. Wait a minute. So this is a king, and his name was James. King James. Okay. And he did that. So he was friends with Shakespeare. No wonder he wrote the Bible like that, because we see how Shakespeare talked. No, I'm not, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that type of talk at all. And then all them people you had writing, all them people who wrote, who had a part of the King. I know I be jumping from subject to subject, but I can't help it. All them people that helped to contribute to the King James version of the Bible, please. I can see that in my mind. All of them sitting around at the table debating on what should go in there. We should write it this way, this and this. I mean, like, was they the ones who started deciding that we should take stuff out, or had they already took that out? All of them people, they are going in there changing words, and you go to the Hebrew version, then that one little word that you change is a huge difference. All of them people. Okay. That's the King of England wrote the thing. Because some black people say the King James was black and that his identity was taken. And that's why we see the pictures right now of him being white. But that was really King James, Black King James of England. So then I had said, so that's Black King James of England, but wasn't Shakespeare white? So Black King James of England was friends with white Shakespeare? And then somebody said, no, Shakespeare was black. I said, get out of here. Shakespeare wasn't no dang on black. I ain't never seen no black Shakespeare. So how is Shakespeare black? So now Shakespeare black too. They said Shakespeare's black. They said, Geneva, you didn't know that? I said, no, what am I supposed to know? They said, you didn't know that all of that was black? And they done sat here and created this whole white facade that everybody was. I said, no. Get out of here. So then this is what they did. So then they said, let me show you. And they Google search. They said, here go Black King James. I said, but is that really Black King James? I had did my hand like this when I said that. I said, but is that really Black King James? Or is this another guy and they just putting it? Man, I don't even know. I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know. The white people know. White people tell me. You know. Tell me. So I'm lying. What's really going on? Constantine, Chad loved that movie. Chad loved that Constantine movie. Constantine changed the Bible. He was a convert, brought in pagan worship. So it was Constantine that changed the, you know what, Caroline? I was looking on something the other day and I seen the Constantine movie and I was like, I was gonna rewatch that. I wanted to re-watch that movie. And then after that, I think I wanted to go and Google search some stuff because I was just a little, because once I thought about this the other day, I was like, so Constantine was a smoker and stuff in the movie, like he was a bad guy, because I really don't know too much about Constantine. So I think I'm just kind of, interested in knowing a little bit more about him, especially since the movie. So in the movie, he was a smoker. He wasn't really a good guy. I don't even remember if he was totally religious or whatever the case may be. But then he was able to do these things with spirits and stuff, even though he was evil. So was he good or was he bad? Like, I don't even know. I'm going to have to watch it. Constantine popularized Christianity because Jesus wasn't a Christian. Also, he made it popular, right? Because Jesus was a Hebrew. He definitely wasn't a Christian. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to read up some more on him because I'm very interested in reading. Yeah, I am, Barbara, because I'm very interested in reading up on him. Did y'all see? Here I go again with the documentary. Did y'all see that documentary called Rachel Dozo? Don't y'all? No, it's called the Rachel DeVal. Don't you remember that white woman who was the president of the NAACP? And she said she was black. She was wearing the black weaves and all of that stuff. Don't y'all remember her? Well, it's a documentary on Netflix. Don't know if you've seen it, but it's called The Racial Divide. Because don't you want to know? Didn't you want to know like where that came from? Why was she sitting up here talking about she was black and was so serious about it? Like she just wouldn't budge from, no, I'm white. I am white. I just love black people. Can I just love black people and love we? We would probably been able to respect that a little bit more than to just keep talking about you black. Black people is not going, boo. We ain't going. But anyway, because I know a lot of white people like that. White people that be like, nigga this and nigga that, act like they got all the swag in the world. They be like, oh. And they think they black. And they think they black. I don't know if they necessarily come out and say I'm black, even though I have heard some say that. But you sometimes wonder where that come from because they say that they grew up in the hood. Okay, so since you grew up in the hood, around hoodish people, I guess is now you feel like you're hood. Okay. But I always really wanted to know where that came from. So as soon as I seen it, I was like, well, let me watch this documentary called The Racial Divide to see what it was all about. Girl, guys, people. I'm Barbara. I'm telling you that documentary. Now, I'm not saying I watched the documentary and I was like, oh, she's cool. Oh, I like her now. No, because I was still annoyed by the end of the interview because that woman, she just have a hard time at just coming out and being like, I am white, Mira. Mira, I'm white. I just love black people, you know. So yeah, she's still very annoying, but you get an understanding of where that came from. You find out why she's doing that. And just to give you a little breakdown, her parents, because I think it was her mom, her dad, her, and I think some and a brother, because she was born first and then her brother. Her parents went and adopted black kids and then start totally treating the black kids wrong. I mean, totally mistreating these black kids. Now, mind you, Rachel already had some feelings with her family because she felt like they didn't treat her right. She said ever since she was born, her mom claimed that she had almost died when she had her, but when she had her brother, it was a beautiful pregnancy, a wonderful birth. And she said she just always felt like they treated her brother better than they treated her. So right off top, things wasn't already going right in the household. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she said that she was being beaten or mistreated or whatever the case may be. Then her mom and dad go adopt black kids and totally beat and mistreat these black kids. Like these people, they must have had a slavery mentality because that's really what it seems like to me. You go and you get you a house off in the backwoods and totally mistreat these black kids. um Rachel felt some sort of way about that. That really bothered her. One is because she already was enduring that with her mom and dad. So she already had issues with them. And now she see these innocent black kids being mistreated like that. She instantly took to them. She took to them. She took care of them. She tried to be there for them. Then at some point you see that there was a change in her. I mean, so I don't know if that's what I'm assuming that's what probably made her be like, these white people are crazy. I don't want to be white. I don't want to be tagged to anything because if this is what white people do, they beat you, mistreat you, and all of these things that I don't want to have anything to do with that. I would much rather be black because her first child's father is black. Well, she only got one son, but her son's father is black. And she said she was in that relationship for whatever amount of time. She eventually ended up leaving. And her brother, her adoptive stepbrother, she ended up taking him on as her son, and her adoptive sister ended up becoming really close. So there's way more to the documentary than that because her kids have stuff to say. Her son is getting a little annoyed with her in the movie because he about sick of it already, all of this drama. He basically looking like, can you just say, mother, that you are white? Just leave this whole black thing alone. The woman's still wearing her weave. She loves her weave. But it definitely gave me a better understanding on why she did what she did and made me say that she got some mental issues. Obviously, all them things that happened to her in her life, she got some mental issues going on. And maybe that's why she can't snap out of it for a minute it could fully acknowledge that she is white. Because at the end of the day, boo, you are white. When you take that weave out of your hair, all of that is white. I mean, she done damn near cut her hair bald. I don't even think she likes seeing her white hair. I don't think she likes seeing that hair. Because as soon as she take it out and it's very short, she puts some more weave right back in. But it's good to know because the fact of the matter is that there's not just one type of person on the earth. There's more Rachels on the earth. So I may run into another Rachel in my life. I may run into one just like her, sitting up there talking about I'm Mexican, but she's white. Talking about I'm white, but she's black. Talking about I'm black, but but you're white. I just may. And when I run into another Rachel again, I would like to kind of have an idea of maybe how to handle her or where that's coming from, and not to really pay her no mind because she's lost, she hurt. There's some deeper issues there, because we do understand that when people do things, especially when we can't always explain it, You have to know that there's a deeper issue there. So I'm happy that I watched it because I learned a lot. Whether or not I agree with everything that she does, I understand. Yeah, yeah, Barbara. Barbara said, I understand not wanting to relate to people or culture that is abusive, but to say you are not who you are is mentally challenged. It is. It is. And that's the part that was very annoying about the documentary because you just like, girl, get it together. Just say who you are. Be right. Very delusional. Just say it. Caroline said, check out the Oxford Dictionary 1600 edition. The meaning of the word black is pale without color. You know what? I seen that too. I seen that in another country. I don't know where it was at, but when they put blanco up or black up or whatever, it means white. I was like, get the heck out of here. Get the heck. I like who knew? Who knew that black somewhere else means white? And it's funny because when I start saying black to my son, black people, my son would be like, I'll be like, so is there any black people in your class? He'll be like, no. I was like, there ain't no black people in your class. He was like, no, there's some Spanish, there's some white, there's some brown people. I'm like, okay. My son, like, we ain't black, mother. We're brown. He's probably like, does she know her colors? Black people, I don't think I seen any black. It's some brown, mother. So girl, that's what I said too, Caroline. Mexicans are Indians. Yes, yes, yes. And we can see that. Just like Hawaiians. What do Hawaiians look like? Korean, Chinese type of people? Come on now, people, work with me here. Yes, they are. They be trying to confuse us with these names and stuff and send people in different areas or whatever. Them Eskimos, we know who them Eskimos is. Those look like they can be a mixture of Chinese people, a tad bit, Chinese, Korean, whatever people, mixed with some Indian probably, or maybe some Mexicans or something like that. They definitely look like that. And then come to find out the Somalians, because I was always kind of interested in what was the Somalians mixed with, because you know they're mixed with something. And some black people say that the Somalians in Africa are not our people. And I don't necessarily like that all the time when they do that, because just because a lot, millions of black people came from Africa over here to the United States, or was it brought over here because we didn't just come voluntarily, was forced over here to the United States. All of the Hebrews wasn't forced. So, I mean, all the Hebrews didn't leave. There are a lot of, ooh, that some just popped. There are a lot of black Hebrews still over there that are our people. But I think they said the Somalians are mixed with Italian, if I'm not mistaken, which is white, which is just another white. But they said that the Italian people had went over in the Somalia, started colonizing. They said that the Somalian people were peaceful people, that they were very much into poetry. That's really what they did all the time. If there was disputes or anything going on, they would do poetry. The Westerners came over there, or the Europeans started coming over there colonizing, and they said the Italians, and that's what the mixture, the Italians and the Americans or something like that. And that's what the Somalians are a mixture of. So when you see them with that type of hair or whatever, you're trying to figure out what white people then went over there and started mating with people again. Who again? Which ones of them? And that's what it was. So I'm like, okay. Hey, LaShawn, girl, how you doing? LaShawn, where you been at? I don't even know if I see you on Facebook. Make sure you follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet. I don't even know. Have I been seeing you on Facebook? It says Satan MK'd black people to calling them white people. They are not. How you doing today, Katie? You said Kanye's statement had me researching the Gula Geechee. I know I'm not saying that right, girl. I know I'm not saying it. But then somebody else might want to look that up. Y'all better look at Barbara's thing. She wrote it in there. Y'all might want to look that up too. Where did he say that, Barbara? Did he say that? And what, this TMZ thing? Is that when he made that statement? I don't even know if I heard that. And then, oh boy, that boy from TMZ that gave his opinion on stuff. I really don't even like him. I don't. So I was listening to him say his thing like, okay, you feel like you said something. We already know about slavery. We all know that we wasn't um we didn't voluntarily come over here. And we all know that it wasn't a choice. We all know that. Lark or whatever. So you saying whatever you said, whatever. Whatever. I do not really care for him. Oh, okay, on TMZ, that whole thing. Okay, I guess maybe I need to listen to that. Re-listen to that again. Yeah, yeah, he was angry, but I really don't care for him at all. But yeah, people, and make sure y'all go watch Black Mirror if you haven't seen that. Watch Black Mirror on Netflix. That's a really good thing. It's like some different seasons to that. Very good if you haven't seen Black Mirror. And I had no clue until just recently that 7 pounds was cut off. Like I didn't even know that they were going to make it a constant thing. I thought it was just that story, and then that was it. I didn't know that it was produced or whatever by Regina King. I didn't know that. I just thought that she was, one of the actresses in it. But Netflix decided not to renew it. So yeah, and it made sense why they didn't, because it's some true life stuff. I mean, detective killing a teenage Black boy, and then him calling his other detective friends, and y'all doing everything possible to hide it. I'm pretty sure that happens all the time. We see how crooked the police is. So I'm pretty sure Netflix probably had some people that was like, why you got that up there? The police was probably like, why you got us looking bad? The detectives, really, Netflix? I thought we was like this. Cut that off. Sorry, Regina. But I just found that interesting that this make the second thing that was very Black conscious that Regina King was in that just got cut off, because y'all remember Boondocks, that she played both of the boy kid names. She played both of the boys in Boondocks, and I loved Boondocks. And then that was cut off. So then she did another Black, conscious thing, and then they decided not to do that. And then Monique came out real quick, was like, Mo, what did I tell y'all about Netflix? Y'all thought I was lying. But did you see that? You trying to talk about me, but look at what just happened. Look at that. It was like, we know, Monique, you were right. Yeah, I like 7 pounds. Like I said, I did not know that it was supposed to be a constant thing. I thought it was just that, but it makes sense that they cut it off. I mean, if I was on some shiesty too, I wouldn't want, people making some stuff making me look bad. Like, really, you trying to make me? Why would you do something like that? Cut that shit off. Cut it off. Take that out. They'd be like, but Regina King, I don't give a damn about Regina. Cut it off. So anyway, people, I'm about to go because I said I had something to do. But I just wanted to tell y'all some of my favorite documentaries. The weekend is here. Maybe if you ain't got nothing to do, you can sit back and watch it. See if you get anything from it. Did you learn anything new? Do it make you just a tad bit more open-minded about stuff? Because we need to do something different, because this celebrity stuff. Get it together, celebrities. I mean, because you already got half of what everybody really want, which is money. So get your brain together. Get your brain together. If you can. I don't know. I don't know. I sure don't know. But thank you, Caroline, girl. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really and I appreciate y'all too. I appreciate y'all talking to me, helping me out with my words. I get the names and stuff wrong all the time. So I really do appreciate y'all. And it was something else I was gonna tell y'all. I can't remember. I cannot remember, but whatever. I'll talk about it on the next thing. But anyway, people, let me tell you this. You make sure you have a fabulous weekend. Really do. Try not to let things piss you off too much, because I know the devil has a tendency of he's seeing you trying to work on stuff, or the day is going good and he try to throw some darts in there to try to throw your day off. I know that happens. When it happens, take a minute, woosah, pray, say, Most High, please, please, Jesus, baby Jesus, Most High Messiah, please help me. I mean, just try to do that. Don't snap, Black people. Don't snap and curse them out too bad. Just don't curse them out too bad. Just pray for them, okay? But y'all have a fabulous, what is today again? Friday. Y'all have a fabulous Friday, people. And look, it's definitely some more things that I need to talk to y'all about. I just be trying to get it in my head. At the moment, I can be sitting there watching TV and stuff, and something can pop, or I can be doing something pop in my head. I should be like, I should go on YouTube. And then I don't. I don't. The Most High tell me all the time, Geneva, go and do it. And I don't be listening. I really don't. But I'm gonna have to start listening more because I could be messing up some blessings or something by not listening. And majority of the time when I'm having these thoughts, it's just because I want to talk to y'all about something. I'm feeling a certain way. I found out something I want to tell y'all, find out, do you know about it? And 9 times out of 10, it's not about a celebrity. And if it is, it's deeper than just the surface stuff that probably everyone else is talking about. But I appreciate you all for helping me out when I do come on here, because y'all know I'll be all over the place. And make sure you go follow me on Facebook at Geneva's Closet, because if you don't see me over here, I'm 500% over there, or follow me on my personal Facebook page at Geneva's Closet. And men, don't come over there with that nasty. Don't come over there in my DMs. In my Facebook D, I got a man, boo. Be respectful, or I'm going to block your ass. I'm not even playing. I ain't got time for that disrespectfulness, man. I'm on some straight conscious stuff. If you ain't unconscious, you can take your unconscious ass on somewhere. Don't come over there with the nasty. But I love y'all, people. You have a fabulous weekend. Bye. Where am I at? Bye.